Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to our Thursday evening ESO stream. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope your weeks have been good. Excuse me. And if you guys have been up to anything interesting, I do hope you will share eventually. Um, but welcome to ESO night. I am going to be honest, I was extremely conflicted about what to do tonight in stream because, it's the Murkmire Celebration, and I haven't really explored Murkmire much, if at all, to be honest. So, there was a split second earlier today where I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to touch. This is going to be the one celebration that, I don't get involved with at all. But, we're going to actually poke at Murkmire a bit. We are going to check it out, see what all is there. I think it should be a fun time. At least I hope it is. I do not know, because I know next to nothing about the zone and the plot. But, you know what? It's going to be interesting, I think, and I am excited to give it a shot. So I hope that perhaps you guys will be excited to come check it out with me as well. We will, of course, be talking about some of the new stuff that is, well, not necessarily new, I guess, but some stuff has definitely come back with the Murkmire thing, so we will check that out. We will see what exactly the Empresario has at her tent for this one. I don't know what to expect, to be quite honest. I know nothing. I have not actually poked at anything prior to doing this. The only thing I know is that there are some crates that came back for the celebration, and I actually bought myself a couple of those because there were some things that I definitely missed out on the last time we had these crates, and I had some crowns saved up from being an ESO Plus member, so I figured why not when I already had the DLC. But we are going to check those out. I will show you everything that is in there if you guys have not seen the thing yet. Which I hope you have, because there are some... Hi, Antu. Hi, Antu. It figures the very first thing you do is honk at me. Also, hi, Yumi. How are you doing? We have not actively started yet. We are currently just, chatting, trying to gauge what y'all have been up to in the week that we have had. Not at all subtle reminder that we do have the Redbubble shop, where you too can obtain Filth Heart mugs. Antu roars from the depths to unleash an eldritch honk. Oh dear. What exactly would that sound like, anyway? An eldritch honk. Part of me wants to say it has to sound, somewhat terrifying, but at the same time, there's a part of my brain that is just like, okay, but what if honk very loud from literally everywhere at once? Which is less entertaining than, some horrific honking sound. Like a Canadian goose in a can. Oh man, that would be horrifying. That is not a sound I particularly want to hear. Like, ever. Canadian goose in a can or like swan honking in a can are like two sounds I never actually want to hear. Now, if swan sounds like it's coming a little bit out of left field, it kind of is, but at the same time, there are two birds in this world that I know with absolute certainty are terrifying. They are geese and swans. I am not even joking. Swans are freaking terrifying. I have never personally encountered a swan, but I have heard things. It is not an experience I would like to have. On to... what the heck? Actually, you know what? This sounds like a good time for this command. Like the sound of a Canadian goose in a bathroom as heard on a cell phone. That is just terrifying. It was supposed to be actually, and instead we get Antu's email. Well, if you guys want to just flood Antu's inbox with geese, now you know what Antu's email is. You too can flood it with geese and inflict upon him a small fraction of what he continually inflicts upon us. I love you, Antu, but let's be real. You are a force of chaos in this chat. I may need to remember this for later. May or may not actually be writing this down. Because I am learning from terrible people. Indeed. Indeed. I am... Wow, I had a train of thought, and I completely lost it with that autocorrect. On to living up to being a force of chaos in this chat, to be quite honest. Let's see. What have you guys been up to? Were you up to anything interesting this week? I hope your weeks have been a lot more interesting than mine. Sorry about any weird noises you hear, by the way, with the mic. I am just taking some painkillers. Bit of a headache, but I love you guys, so I'm here anyhow. Also, I would have been sad if I wasn't able to stream today, so, you know. These things do help me to function. Honestly, the most exciting thing to happen to me pretty much this entire week has been the fact that we actually have snow outside. Since we moved, this is not a thing that, you know, I see with any sort of regularity, so it's nice to actually see snow again. I'm from New England, just so we get this, like, out there. I'm used to, like, snow in, like, late November, early December. I'm used to seeing snow at that point and it going through until now. And, like, I have seen no snow since moving. It has been very weird, but the snow actually exists. I am kind of stunned, to be quite honest with you guys. But I like this. I liked seeing the snow. It made me very happy. Have you guys said anything that has made you happy today? I hope you have. If so, please share if you are so inclined, because I am curious. Also, you know, I'd like to actually try to get something of a conversation going. because this is me, and I like talking to you guys. I really do. Meantime, we are getting ourselves set up so we can actually investigate stuff for the Murkmire celebration today. I do not know what really to expect because I've never been in Murkmire. So I think it should be entertaining. I hope it'll be entertaining anyway. Mainly, I'm excited to check out these crates that I have not seen in many moons. Antu may be getting a lot of great DMing ideas from the Magnus archives. Please, nobody hate me. I have not actually listened to that yet. I know I need to. I have not. I have heard very good things about it. I just have not. I have not watched or listened, I guess would be more accurate, but I have not touched them yet. I know I need to. Yumi didn't have to do any Murkmire story to access the dailies. That is probably true. I could have sworn some of them were probably gated by story, but I may be misinformed. It is entirely possible. I do not know what exactly we're going to be doing, if we're actually going to check out the story or if we're just going to murder things or what, but we will see. We will see. I've not actively been in the zone, though, so it will be entertaining at any rate. There's just a quick intro quest. Oh, well, that's good. I know nothing because I have not touched the zone. I know nothing other than many, many Argonians. That is, honestly, all of the information I have. Hi, Chibi. How are you doing tonight? Look for the Death Hunt notice. I will keep that in mind. Antu has been listening to the Magnus Archives before and after class, which is an interesting plan in the latter case. Nothing like listening to a horror podcast while in an empty school building. You are a braver sort than I, my friend. Because that is not something I would be brave enough to do. What did you... Chibi, did you... Please tell me you did not join another campaign. Because I swear to God, what is it at this point? Like 4 or 5? You will have no life outside of, like, tabletop RPGs. But if I am wrong in that case, then I do not know what you did. 9. Dear Lord. Chibi, that is too much tabletop. That is too much tabletop. Or at least it is too much tabletop for me. I would not be able to handle that much tabletop. The dream, perhaps, one day for something like that, but for right now, that is definitely way too much. Did you seriously join another game, though, Chibi? GB had to make a schedule so I could remember what was when.
That's what she said.
Oh dear. My alerts are being awful today. Oh dear. You made a Tengu monk. Tengu monk. Ah. I am not familiar with Tengu. But monks are fun. Monks are fun. The main campaign I played in for 3 years or so. One of our player characters was a monk, and he basically made my DM's life a living nightmare. So, no, Tengu is different from Kenku. Antu. Kenku are completely different. Kenku are adorable. I am unfamiliar with Tengu as a thing. But they are not the same thing. Burb, but different sort, I believe. But if that is a Pathfinder thing, my knowledge is limited, as is with most things. So I may be completely... Tengu are basically Kenku without having to mimic to speak. Huh. Interesting. I don't think they exist in Dungeons and Dragons, but I think they should because they are amazing. Be the burb. Tengu is based on the Tengu Japanese legend. Oriental Adventures also stated that the Tengu is known as a Kenku. Two versions of the Kenku have been presented throughout the history of D&D, both valid for the Forgotten Realms, a winged Kenku and a wingless one. Huh. Interesting. I did not know this. We learn new things every day. Also, yes, I am definitely drinking from my Filth Heart mug again. Because it is fabulous, and I love it. Which, by the way, if you guys would like one of your very own, or any number of things, I recently, just the other day, put in a new design that is basically dice goblins. Want is not a command. However, this is. So if you guys want to go check out the thing, you can go to thionel.redbubble.com and check out all of the things that are there. You can get the filth art on pretty much anything you could think of, stickers included. We also have our beloved goose ribbon sticker, because I'm still salty about that ribbon being taken from me. I have not touched Untitled Goose Game in months. I am still salty about that ribbon. I stole it, and it was taken from me. They took what I rightfully stole. I'm still mad about that. There will be some other things coming in there fairly soon, including the filth art in pride color variations, because this is me, and clearly this was a thing that needed to happen. So I will let you guys know when that goes up, because let's be real, pride is wonderful. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of my the panel graphics and everything else, it's all basically ace colors. I am not subtle. So, yes, there will be various orientations for the filth heart. If you guys would like those variants as well, they will be up. There will also be little emote versions of them going into the Discord, which we have one currently. We don't have all of the others yet because I'm still finalizing the design for them. But if you're not part of the Discord yet and you would like to be, please feel free to come join us over at the Friend Forge. We are very nice people, I promise. Most of us don't bite. Again, I can make zero promises about Antu. I love Antu, but I make no promises about Antu's lack of biting. Antu scribbles DM notes that probably aren't evil on his plans for Thionel's characters. Oh dear. Oh dear. Please do not murder my darlings. Oh gosh, my cat is super demanding today. Oh god, Smudge. Why? Yumi only bites if Eris wants you to. Oh my god. This whole chat needs freaking positive influences. What even? Which, speaking of, it is a shame that Eris is not here on account of this.
I need positive influences.
That is a command that Eris did request the last time. Which, by the way, you might have noticed there is a heart-shaped gem either right next to where you enter in text for the chat if you're looking at the stream on mobile, or right below where you'd enter in text on the stream. That is where all of our loyalty points are currently being stored up. You can use those to unlock emotes. You can even do as Eris did and request a chat command, which that is a thing. Other chat things, you can... Yumi and Eris both have taken full advantage of re-dyeing my character's gear several times. But those are things that you can definitely do with those points that you have been accumulating. So please feel free to use them. It's not murder if you're killed by your own species. I don't think that's how that works, Antu. I do not believe that is how that works. Oh, and one more thing before I get into things, before I forget, because I've just noticed I'm going to need to redo this in a second. But I have to be a tiny bit more on the ball about Twitch ads here on the stream. Because recently, well, not recently anymore, but they did give affiliates like myself access to Twitch ads. The only downside of which is that I have to deal with pre-roll ads now that I have zero control over. And they are very loud and very obnoxious. And it's not something I really want to inflict on you guys, Twitch ads or the pre-roll, especially since I get no say in what those ads are. However, I do need to be a bit more proactive in running the Twitch side ads because it does disable the obnoxiously loud pre-roll for a set amount of time. It is very annoying. I am sorry, there is nothing I can really do about that. If you'd like to avoid the Twitch ad experience, however, easiest way to do that through sanctioned means is by subbing to the Twitch channel. Doing so currently nets you our beloved Filtart emote, as well as a private channel in our Discord. There will be more things that will get added to that eventually, but right now, that is what subbing gets you at this point in time. Again, I do apologize about the Twitch ads. There is nothing I can really do about those. However, if you would like to put an ad on the stream of your own volition, which I mention this because it is a completely free way to support this channel, because I get it. Money is an issue. I completely get it. Money is a thing for me as well. So what you can do is you can go to loots.com/Thionel and send in a sponsored video message that will show up in that corner. Can also type !Loots into the Twitch chat over there if you want to get the link there. That costs you guys absolutely nothing except your time. And you can basically send in a sponsored video message that I will try to flip back as I see it come up and read. But I am on a single monitor, so alt-tabbing is a thing that I currently have to deal with. I apologize. But again, it is a thing. And Antu, you were just straight up grounded at this point. You are just grounded. If I could remember my own commands, that'd be great. Antu is grounded. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Okay, let us actually flip on over because we have a lot of stuff we got to do. Also, I think somebody pelted me with a mud ball, and I have several concerns about that. Before we get into that, however, there is going to be an ad that is running. I'm just warning you all right now. Because, again, disables the pre-roll. That is not a command, Antu. However, if you would like it to be one, you know what to do. Let us flip on over. I'm 90% sure somebody's pelting me with a mud ball. Yep. Who is pelting me with a freaking mud ball? It looked like it came from over here, but there's like nobody over here. What the heck? Yumi, I know you're here somewhere, damn it. Yumi is somewhere. I don't know where Yumi is, but Yumi is definitely in the vicinity. Let's be real. And just as a reminder, it is Spectral Indrik time. Which, look at this Indrik. This Indrik is beautiful. I loves this Indrik. One day, I shall have enough to change an Indrik into it, but...
Is that a heroic...
Alright, so this is all of the stuff that we can apparently get right now from the Impresario, including the Indrik feathers, as per usual. Grave stakes? What the heck? I'm not sure what exactly these grave stakes are. This is apparently a thing we can do, though. I don't know what exactly that means. We also have access for this festival, the Spectral Berries of Growth. So make sure you use your tickets for this while you can. You also can apparently put things together to make a Voroplasm trap. Again, I don't know what the heck that is. We will find out. You know, in case you have bodies buried in your house. Oh, dear Lord. I mean, some of the homes in this game might have it. I don't know. Slime pet? I saw nothing about a slime pet. What the heck? Oh, yeah, this is a pet. This is a pet, is what it is. Apparently, you need 7 droplets of Voroplasm, and you wind up getting a pet out of it, which is this thing of slime. To me, I probably won't bother too much with that. Like, my main focus is honestly going to be the feathers and the berries, but if those are things that interest you, that you can find at the Impresario. I am right outside Volkel Guard at the moment, but you can find the Impresario outside of Daggerfall and Stone Falls, I believe.
Have you heard? A high elven woman named Velast returned Ivea to the Somerset Isles.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I wanted to show you guys because up there's Yumi on her frost wolf. Look at that frosty wolf. And a tiny little frost wolf pet. Hi, Yumi. Everybody say hello to Yumi. That is amazing. I'm very envious of Yumi's Frostwolf, because I am not that lucky with the crates. My luck is terrible with the crates. I never get actual mounts out of them. I am very envious that Yumi has acquired this one. I don't really want a frost mount because that is just a little too much for me personally, but what is this? Yumi is a pirate. R. Yes, oh my god, look at this tiny. Look at the tiny. Look at Tiny Wolf. It is very cute. But I did say I was going to show you guys because the Zanmir crates are back in the store for this event. Which, by the way, if you guys don't have the Murkmire DLC, it and the Collector's Bundle are on sale in the Crown Store for the duration of this event. The Collector's Bundle is 40% off. The standard Murkmire is, I believe, 30% for the next 12 days. So that is a thing. Oh yes, there is indeed a lizard horse. I'm going to show you guys that. The Zanmir crates are back in the store for a very limited time. These came out when Murkmire dropped, and we have not had them since. I may have bought some because I had crowns saved up. I regret nothing. But can we just talk about some of the mounts? Because this is a lizard horse. This is a horse that is also a lizard. This you can apparently obtain with like 400 gems in the store for this limited amount of time. It is a lizard horse. I personally do not know how I feel about the lizard horse, but it certainly is a thing. I do like the texturing on it. It's very nice, but lizard horse kind of weirds me out a little bit. That said, there is another lizard horse I'm going to show you guys in a second. These are the Apex rewards for the Zanmir crates. It occurs to me I did this in the wrong order. So with the Zanmir crates, we also have some die stamps. You know, boring, fine rewards. Oh my god, Antu. Why? We have body tattoos. We have a little bug pet. Got a Cliff Strider pet. We got a hat. A very silly hat, but a hat nonetheless. We have these decorative body tattoos, and there's like matching face tattoos to go with them. Which I actually really like the design of the face tats. I'm not a huge fan of the body versions, but the facial tattoo I really like. Comes in like multiple color variants. Because every time I torment you, it makes me cackle, and then the Doom Link practices his cackle. Oh dear. This nice blue color. You can also get a Welwa pet, which, look at it. It is surprisingly cute. You can also get this tiara made of teeth. No, I am not kidding. We also have a drum memento. We have a dragon frog, which I don't know if you can see, but it exists. We have a demon chicken. More body tattoos. And a matching face tat. Another dragon frog. This one in red and green. Also onto I fear for you and your son. This lovely outfit. Which this used to be a costume that you could actually buy in the store, but it got rotated out. The Marsh Lord formal bug shell robes, which I'm not a huge fan of, like the shoulders on this. I own it, but I'm not a huge fan of the shoulders. I like the skulls on them, but that is about all I like about it. I'm not a huge fan of like the shape of it. Can also get a Riverwood white hen, a Sep adder, which is a little winged snake. The Zanmerdoyan's feather tiara, which look at this. This is so full of feathers. I kind of love it in all of its absurdity. I did not expect to like this that much, but I kind of do. And it goes with the Zanmerdoyan's warship robe. This I like. I'm still not a fan of like the shoulder shape, but I dig the skulls on this. I dig there's the general pattern of it. It is very pretty. The Doom Mother just recorded us cackling. I'll post it on the Discord. Oh dear. Oh dear. Java, don't enable him. Can also get a skin, the Bright Throat Scale. I don't really like the skin, to be quite honest. Like, the red is honestly hurting my eyes a bit. But I like the shade of the green, but the reddish orange I'm not a huge fan of. This is the Deadwater scale, which this one is kind of creepy looking. I like it, but it's kind of creepy. Can get a fire pet spider. I like the clanky things. They're very cute to me. This is called a gas blossom, which you can get as furnishing for your house if you'd like to torment people. Can get a hist guar, which is very glowy. For the most part, it's like a standard guar, except bits of it are very glowy yellow and covered in hist. Can get a lantern mantis plant. Apparently, it strikes out when approached. This is the lustrous Nyx Ox Fabricant Steed, which I don't really like. I'm not a huge fan of the Nyx Oxes, to be honest. But this is a bit disturbing, and yet kind of cool at the same time. We also have the Nightfall Saber Cat, and a matching pet. The Static Pitcher, which apparently emits electricity when you approach it. All of the plant life in Murkmire is deadly, is basically what I'm hearing from this. some weapon skins. So this is the Voroplasm Battle Axe, the Voroplasm Bow, Voroplasm Staff, and they all have like this pulsing green slime on it. Not a fan. Excuse me, this is the sword. And this is another memento called the Voss's Saddle, I think, or Frog Pipes. There, oh my god, hold on. What the heck? Hold on. Do you guys see like the frogs over here on the side? I didn't notice them at first, but they are definitely a thing. And now let us talk about the Apex rewards, which are our lizard steeds. This a bear lizard. Which, to be honest, out of all of these lizard mounts, this is the one that I really wanted when we had the Zamir crates. The crates are kind of traitors, but this is indeed a mount that you can acquire. And I kind of love how goofy it is. I feel kind of terrible for liking it as much as I do. But to me, it is also one of the least terrifying looking lizard steeds. Because I'm about to show you something truly horrific. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know that you're ready for this. This is the camel lizard steed. Look at that dead eye. It is terrifying to me. I don't like it. The camel lizard kind of creeps me out. I'm not a huge fan of camel mounts in this game in general. This one in particular creeps me out. I don't know, Yumi. I do not know, to be quite honest. This is the Gwar lizard. I like the Gwar lizard. Gwar lizard is adorable. Less adorable with the horns, but I think the Gwar lizard is very adorable. We have another horse lizard. Which, I'm not a huge fan of the horse lizards in general. But this one offends my eyes a lot less than the other horse lizard. We also have the Sench lizard. No, I'm not joking. It is a Sench and a lizard. Which is actually kind of cute. Never thought I'd be saying that, but it is kind of cute. And this is the wolf lizard. The wolf lizard kind of offends me a little bit. It just sort of has this weird, almost derpy face. I'm not a huge fan of the wolf lizard either, to be honest. but it exists. Why it exists, I don't know. But it exists. But these are all of the things that you can acquire from the Zamir crates, which they're only in here for like 12 days. So if there is a thing you want, I would heartily recommend obtaining these while you can. Speaking of, I do have a few that I have 4 of them. I'm only going to open a couple of them, not all of them.
Greetings, my good friend.
Maybe just the one, but we will see.
Your rewards are ready.
We have a blue thing.
Fine selection. These precious gems can be traded for valuable rewards. Pakruti has never seen such a magnificent display of good fortune.
See, he says that, but the things that I have are usually blues. You know what? Screw it. I have all 4 of them. Why not?
Are you ready to reveal your rewards? Time for a repeat performance?
Oh, hey, I didn't actually have this one. That's fine.
Select your rewards, my friend. There are no crates remaining.
Now, the crates hate me, to be quite honest. But it is what it is. Also, that is not actually a thing, onto. Now, if you actually want to start Murkmire and you have it already, you can go into, where is it? You go into your collections, into the stories, zone DLC, and there should find the Murkmire. Where you basically discover that an explorer named Famia Mercius is recruiting adventurers to join her on an expedition into a sunken Argonian Zanmir. Ancient treasures and mortal danger both await within this mysterious ruin. We're just gonna poke at the zone, I think, and just see what's here. Murkmire, by the way, is this area, I believe, right down over here. Yes. So this is where the zone is. I haven't actually decided if we're going to be messing with the zone too much. Possibly. But we will see. We will see. I don't know, I almost want to actually poke at the zone a bit more. Not just on account of the festival, but my brain is very much in, like, Argonian mode. Which is not a mode I thought it would ever be in, but here we are. You know what? I'm going to, I think, leave it up to you guys. Should we poke at the zone, or should we go back to Dragonhold? Onto? No. No. I got my eye on you. Zone! Okay then. Do the Murky. Oh my god. I don't think that's actually its name. But, yes, that will be a thing that we can do. By the way, while we're waiting for loads, there is another ad running. I do apologize. I'm trying to be better about this. I'm trying very hard to be good about this.
Fancy a life of treasure hunting? Cyrodiilic Collections needs you.
Oh, speaking of...
Join Cyrodiilic Collections.
Speaking of Famia Mercius. What even? But we're gonna do this the way we would have if we were actually picking this up because gods only know. I don't actually know where to start this.
Explore the swamp with Cyrodiilic Collections.
So we're gonna accept that quest. And there's Femia, right there.
Oh, hello there. Always a pleasure to see a new face. Welcome to Lilmoth, the festering jewel of Black Marsh. Argonian words, not mine. Doesn't strike me as all that festery, but I digress. How would you like to join an exciting expedition?
What kind of expedition?
Oh, the most worthy kind of expedition. A journey into the distant past. Well, not the literal past, I mean. That would be crazy. We're exploring one of the Argonians' ancient Zanmir pyramids to find a priceless relic, the Kajinjat crystal.
Why do you want this crystal?
Oh, to preserve it for future generations, of course. So much of the Argonians' unique history has been lost. With your help, we can pull this antiquity out of the mud and share it with the world. Discovery, adventure, what could be better?
All right, I'll join your expedition.
You've made a great choice in joining us, friend. The other members of our expedition have already gathered near the western gate. I'll be along shortly. Just need to check on a few things. This is exciting, right?
So, who are you exactly?
Oh dear. Where are my manners? I apologize. My name is Famia Mercius, or Famia Speaks with Round Tongue to the locals. I'm Cyrodiilic Collections' chief antiquarian here in Murkmire.
Cyrodiilic Collections? What's that?
Cyrodiilic Collections is a fellowship of historians dedicated to recovering Argonian antiquities. But, unlike other treasure hunters, we don't sell relics for profit. We plan to build a museum here to share Murkmire's treasures with the world.
How long have you lived here in Murkmire anyway?
Oh, just over 3 years at this point. I'll admit, it takes some getting used to, but once you... Ow! Ooh! Sorry. Once you settle in, you'll never want to leave.
I bet. Now, what can you tell me about this Zanmir pyramid?
Doing your research, huh? Excellent. The local Argonians call it Ishtaj Thitithil Met. Literally, the exact egg cracker. Evocative, right? We just call it the Ishtaj Zanmir. I have it on good authority that we'll find the Kajinjat crystal inside.
What's special about it anyway?
Apparently, it was vital to some kind of ritual, but that could mean practically anything. According to my research, ancient Argonians performed rituals constantly, large and small. Even so, this crystal clearly deserves a place in our collection.
Will we find anything else inside the Zanmir?
Oh, most certainly. Jewelry, idols, who knows? We sell some of these more common items to private collectors. Not for a profit, mind you. Just enough to keep the operation afloat.
And the locals don't mind?
For the most part, no, they don't. The Argonians here in Murkmire, they don't see things the way we do. When we first arrived, I tried to include the locals in our work, to get their blessing, you know?
How'd that go?
Fine, I guess. The truth is, the Argonians just don't care about their history all that much. They live in the now. Past, future, those concepts are totally foreign to them. Once our museum is finished, though, I'm sure they'll take an interest.
Probably not. Any tips for a newcomer?
Well, I do know a little something about how to get along here in Murkmire. The first thing I'd suggest is making connections with the local tribes, the Wasik Halil in particular.
Wasik Halil? Who are they?
Sorry, I slip into gel sometimes. The Argonian tongue, the locals say I'm a natural. Anyway, the Wasik Halil are also called the Bright Throats. They're quite friendly. Artisans mostly. Clever traders, too. Very good friends to have in a pinch.
Thanks for the advice. Any tribes I should watch out for?
Most of the Murkmire tribes are cagey, but polite. There is one tribe I'd avoid, though. The Deadwater tribe, or the Nagakor. They're Nagas, a strange breed of Argonians with a very prickly disposition. They don't like outsiders. Not one bit.
Good to know. Also, onto those the cheering is not working as intended. Mainly because you are putting an exclamation mark in front of it. That is not actually a thing.
All right, Choksu.
Also, this is one of those
You can do this.
lizard friends.
Good day, traveler. Is there something I can help you with?
Are you alright?
Is it that obvious? Yes, I am. Well, no, not really. I've come to ask Sulakish, a former agent of the Shadow Scales, to help arbitrate a dispute. But speaking to an assassin, even a retired one, is a terrifying prospect, to say the least.
I can talk to Sulakish for you if you want.
Well, if you don't mind, to introduce the issue, if nothing else. The dispute is between Nurhe and Pahisa, who both claim rights to a nearby salt rice farm. They've already both agreed to accept Sulakish's decision.
I'll take care of it.
Thank you, Biko. You've at least given me time to work up some nerve. And please, be mindful to show Sulakish only respect. It would be best not to invoke her anger given her past affiliations.
Tell me more about this dispute?
Both defendants claim inheritance of a salt rice farm previously owned by the now deceased Kimaru. Nurhe, a local trader, claims the farm as collateral for debts owed. Pahesa, egg sister to the deceased, claims it by familial association.
Okay, what do the local laws say?
The Saxleal of Murkmire don't exactly have laws as understood by outsiders.
Oh.
Small disputes are handled by an arbiter of both parties' choosing. This could be anyone, though it tends to be the tribe's tree minder.
Why were you asked to arbitrate this dispute?
I worked for Kimaru for several years. As a neutral third party with an interest in the farm's well-being, I volunteered to arbitrate. Unfortunately, all attempts at negotiation have failed so far.
Well, it seems to me you would be on Pahisa's side given that she was your former boss.
I worked for Kimaru and her alone. While Pahesa was present, she did little to help the farm. I barely even spoke to her before this dispute. I just want the farm to be in good hands.
Tell me about Sulakish of the Shadow Scales?
Simply put, the Shadow Scales are an order of assassins that have been present in Blackmarsh since time immemorial. Among the Saxleal, they are both feared and respected. Sulakish is of an advanced age, which is a rarity within her order.
A former assassin helps arbitrate disputes?
The Shadow Scales serve Blackmarsh in many ways. Their role in our society is much more nuanced than mere killers. They help keep the natural order of things, as it were. Sulakish has simply decided to take a more direct approach to that role.
So it's common for the Shadow Scales to judge disputes?
I don't believe so. Their order may be secretive about their practices, but I doubt many are so open about their judgments. However, Sulakish has now granted Lilmoth her wisdom many times. She will see the right path. In this, I have faith.
Alright, let's go talk to an assassin. Or ex-assassin. Apparently in an inn called the Lusty Argonian Footman. I don't know how I feel about this, you guys.
No need to come any closer, stranger. I can hear you just fine from there.
Hi, I'm here to talk to you about Nurhe and Paheza's claim over the salt rice farm.
Yet you are not Chukzu. Lost his nerve, did he? He may have a way with words, but still lacks the will to speak them. A shame. I will help with this dispute, but need you to be my eyes. As you can plainly see, I lost my sight long ago.
Be your eyes? How so?
I need evidence if I'm to properly judge. Speak with the two claimants, Norhei and Paheza. Seek their truths, yes, but also their lies. Both will help my decision. It also wouldn't hurt to check the farm itself.
I will go talk to the claimants and search the farm.
The midge lingers. Do you seek anything else?
I have a few questions.
Naturally. Speak.
Oh no, those are personal. We are not asking those. Those are incredibly personal. That is not a thing we are asking. It just seems like a bad idea to ask somebody, hey, how did you lose your eyesight? Yeah, we're not doing that. For my own sanity. Also, I worry that she may try to hurt me. Random thing. Let's see. Death hunts await. Ajal, the season is ripe with Zulmotas, death hunts that will wither on the vine before our warriors can best them all. We of the Naga Kur call upon the brave among you to join us. If you do not fear death, Bolu awaits you in Lilmoth. Which I believe is the start for, like, the daily stuff.
I have work, and I'm
On to.
about who takes the job.
You have seen my postings. Word of Zul Motas staked across Murkmire with dagger and nail. You come for the death hunts?
I saw the note. What exactly are these death hunts?
I reveal the obvious. They are hunts for death, or rather deadly things. My tribe puts out the call for warriors to gather and pursue Zulmotas. That is my purpose here.
So I should come to you if I want to join a hunt?
Truth. Varro Hosidius keeps up on our needs as well. Come to either of us, and you may join those who seek out death. You are here now. Is death what you seek?
These deadly things you mentioned, they're monsters?
Death comes in many forms. Monsters chief among them, no matter the number of legs. What you face depends on the needs of the Naga Kur. No matter what we ask of you, you will be tested.
Tell me about Varro?
Part of Cyrodiilic collections. A warrior past his prime. Brokers jobs in Lilmoth now. He gets his cut for those he sends my way, regardless of whether they survive.
Sure, I'm interested in one of your death hunts.
Good. I reveal the Zulmota each day. You gather your warriors, do as I ask. If you survive, you will have the respect of the Naga Kur and the spoils. I present a task, Kuda.
So this is where you get, I'm assuming, daily boss fights. Interesting. We're gonna head over this way, though, because this is where the salt rice farm is. Or at least we're talking to people about their claims on it.
Up to, Dark Toad, and watch your step. This beer is made from wicker and prayers.
Hi.
I've no time to chat. It is a busy day, and I need to make sure this shipment is off before the next tide. Take your business elsewhere.
I'm here on behalf of Sulakish about the salt rice farm dispute.
The Shadow Scale? I see. My claim on that farm is as watertight as my trading vessels. Kimaru, may she be at peace with the Hist, owed me several debts before she departed. That farm acts as collateral. It is as simple as that.
Tell me more about the debts.
We were business associates. I would buy her salt rice crop and sell it in far-off Senchal. The cats like to put moon sugar on it. When Kimaru fell on hard times, I offered a loan. Unfortunately, she died before it could be repaid.
Could Paheza not pay back those debts after she inherits the farm?
That skooma-addled Kuda couldn't tend a crop if her scales depended on it. She may be Kimaru's egg sister, but she cares nothing for that salt rice farm. It would be run into the muck before the next season. Of this, I have no doubt.
Sorry, Kuda?
As the Dryskins would say, an idiot. You have but to speak to Paheza once to see the truth in my words.
I will do so. Thank you for your time. But there's also a book behind him, so we're going to check this out. Oh, it is just a book on cooking. I do not care. Okay. Oh, is this his warehouse? You know, I think we should poke around in here, don't you?
What do you want?
The quest encourages it, so we may as well. Oh, look, letters. Or at least a letter. Nurhe, no matter how many times the mire gnat bites at the crocodile, he continues on his way. So it is with your threats to myself and my egg sister. Yes, I have debts to you, but my means of producing gold will not quicken by intimidation alone. I need but a little more time. Kimaru knows that our farm suffers and will soon agree to sell it. This is when all debts will be paid to you. So she was going to sell the farm to him. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? But if she was going to sell it to him, why is she trying to lay claim to it now? I think we need to do a little more investigating. Where is she? Oh, she's up this way. Not at all in the direction I was going. This is what happens when you blindly follow icons on your map.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles. Found deep.
Ah, fresh meat. More gold for Zadaza when you die.
Can't you see I'm busy?
What do you want?
I'm here to talk about the salt rice farm.
That sniveling little slug. Chuksu is supposed to handle this himself. Well, what more do you want to know? The farm was my egg sister's, so it belongs to me now. A fair claim by anyone's standards, I would think.
Did Kimaru ever formally say you were to inherit it?
No. But why would she need to? Of course she would want me to have the farm. All I want is to sell the damn place and move on with my life. Look, it's all I have left. That and Kimaru's grave stake by the docks.
Kimaru's grave stake?
Her memorial, of course. When a Saxlail dies, their lives are honored with the carvings on their grave stakes. If you're so curious about who my sister is, why don't you go look for yourself?
I will do that. Thank you for your time. Her grave stake is back this way. Because of course it is. Why the game could not make this so easy for me and just keep everything in one central location, I do not know. But, you know, here we are. To the gravestake. Somewhere over here. Kimaru lived simply, worked diligently, endured hardships. Okay, where's the farm? Because that is the next place we go. Looks like it's out this way. This way. It's gonna take us back up by the main gate. Wow. There are literally like only 2 paths in and out of this area. And I am getting lost. That is pathetic.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
Gonna stop by over here though to make sure we talk to everybody.
So, Famia reels in another adventure, eh? This one admits you seem stronger than most. Zadaza gives you 2 in 3 chance of surviving. Fair odds, yes?
Is this Zanmir really that dangerous?
Ha! Only for wide-footed bumblers. Unfortunately, Famia has a weak eye for talent, and Murkmire is full of clumsy risk-takers. But don't worry, Walker. This one has been on 5 expeditions with Famia, and only seen people eaten by salamanders twice.
Good to know. Any advice on how to avoid that sort of thing?
Only this. When we find treasure, take no more than you can carry comfortably. A heavy purse will make you slow, and being slow will make you dead. Oh, and if you see Zadaza running, you should run too, in the same direction. Simple.
I'll keep that in mind.
Any other questions for Zadaza? Or do you simply wish to get to the running, dodging, and screaming?
Yeah, I have a few questions.
Ask away, Walker. Our leader, Famia, knows more about the ruins than Zadaza, but Zadaza knows more about not getting eaten by crocodiles. This one will let you decide which is more important.
What type of treasure are we looking for?
That depends on what you value, yes? Famia looks for this Kajinjat crystal. Zadaza looks for things that are light and numerous. Baubles and ancient coins, you see? Some look for heavy golden idols. They tend to wind up squished or in pieces.
What can you tell me about Famia?
Famia is very smart. Not clever, though. Zadaza risks losing her tail because she is bold and beautiful and greedy. But Famia risks all because she loves the lizard folk. Do not ask this one to explain why. It makes no sense to Zadaza.
What type of dangers will we find in the Zanmir?
Ha, Rajin's shadow. How much time do we have? Sink sand, poison darts, blades of all sizes. Oh, and falling rocks. And also poison gas. This one is probably forgetting a few things. Just assume that everything in the Zanmir wants you dead.
Alright, don't have any more questions. Ready to explore.
Confidence. Initiative. Excellent. These are wonderful traits that will almost certainly get you killed. Do not worry. Zadaza will ensure that your legend lives on by scooping up your bloody gear and selling it. Ah, Famia arrives.
I'm coming. I'm coming straight away. Just give me a moment. So, you found our fellow travelers. Excellent. Whew, I think we're almost ready to depart. There is one thing I need your help with before we begin our adventure in earnest, though.
What's that?
The ancient Argonians locked the Zanmir up tight, and not just with metal locks. They infused the stone with sun magic. I won't pretend to understand how it works, but I do know that without a potent magical focus, The door won't budge.
Okay, where do we find a potent magical focus?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. There are flecks of yellow glass scattered all over Murkmire. We call them Baka stones, and each one contains a bit of ancient magicka. Put enough of them together, and you can activate all sorts of things. Things like doors.
Okay, so where are they?
Out in the marsh, I'm afraid. I sent a few of my best people to gather the stones for me and agreed to meet them later. With your help, it shouldn't take long. Can I count on you to accompany me?
All right, let's go meet up with your associates and get the stones.
Follow me. If we get separated, I'll find you at the next stop, all right?
Chances are very good we are going to get separated, but... because we are headed up this way. Because this way is where the salt rice farm is. And that is, I know the contact is like literally right over there, but... I know I can always meet her at some point in the nebulous future. What is this? Oh, this is a sightseeing point over this way. Which we're not going to because there is a quest over there. And I don't feel like dealing with a quest right now when I already have a couple to deal with. So... because knowing me, I'm just going to get distracted by literally everything. So this is the salt rice farm, apparently. This is the farmhouse. Oh look, we have a threatening letter to Paheza. Paheza, Kimaru has already accepted my offer for a loan to secure the future of her salt rice farm. Even should she sell her land, any profit would go directly towards repaying the loan. Do you understand? The debts you have built up to indulge in your habits are to be paid in full, from your own purse. After all, the skooma I supply you doesn't come easily. And should you continue to squander your ex-sister's savings, I'll have no choice but to alert Kimaru of your thievery. As a concerned business partner, of course.
Two roads diverged in the Yellowwood and I still got lost.
Indeed, I am terrible with directions. Okay. That's a bit concerning, though. Oh, look! A skooma bottle! Am I looting the house? Technically, yes. So, oh, there's a way shrine over here. Oh, God! Crocodiles. Guess you did not even notice the crocodiles. That would be me. See, this is what happens when you don't pay attention to your surroundings. And I'm literally just coming up here because there is a way shrine. This is not the way shrine. Where's the way shrine?
No. We only cover the ball with mud when points are scored too quickly.
The game is lost if the ball passes through the highest hoop. Unless the moons are both more than halfway full.
I just don't get it.
What kind of game has this many rules? How do you remember them all? I can't do it. Just can't wrap my head around how this silly game is played. I might as well give up now.
What's the problem?
It's this hip and ball game. I've tried to understand it, but there's just too many rules for me to follow.
Why don't you just learn as you play?
I don't want to play without even knowing the basics. Say, you seem like a reasonable sort. Perhaps you know a little something about this sport. Just the most important rules, plainly spoken.
That is a good point. Let's talk to these two, see if we can't figure out what these rules are.
Be spending this time practicing. Instead, I am forced to help explain such simple rules to this Ojel.
I could waste seasons with this Kuda, and still he would never learn the ways of Tibahatse.
Tibahatse?
Dryskins call it hip and tail ball. 2 teams of 5 pass a ball with only their hips, elbows, or tails. When the ball hits the opposing team's mud wall, a point is scored. And then, of course, there are the 2 reed hoops.
Reed hoops?
One hoop is 30 hands high, the other 50. Hit the ball into the lower hoop, and your team is awarded 3 points. Hit it through the upper hoop, and the game is concluded. The team with the highest score wins.
Well, it sounds simple enough.
Well, the basics of the game are, yes. But without knowing all the rules, one can never hope to truly succeed in playing such a sport. Why the Wood Elf even wants to play, I do not know.
I could try to explain it to him.
If you are so willing, then by all means.
Yeah, I think so. I'm like 90% sure, Yumi, that a lot of the Argonian stuff in this zone is heavily based on that, so it makes sense.
I can't do it. I don't
okay.
play without even knowing the basics. Say, you seem like a reasonable sort. Perhaps you know a little something about this sport. Just the most important rules, plainly spoken.
So you have the option to completely mislead him or be honest about what everything is. We're gonna be honest here. Hit the ball into the wall for 1 point. Lower hoop is 3 points. Upper hoop ends the game.
Aha! All right. I think I have it now.
Are you sure? Because they explained it to you like 4 times. And you still didn't get it, buddy, but okay.
All right. So, hitting the wall earns you 1 point. The lower hoop earns you 3 points, and the upper hoop ends the game? Isn't that right?
Finally, he gets it. Very well, then. We will explain the other rules as we play. Perhaps that will be easier.
Something not unlike that, yeah, I'll do. Okay, back to Lomoth. So we can talk to our Shadow Scale friend. And hopefully figure out what the heck is going on with everything, because there is so much. Okay.
Yourself a drink. And one for me.
Back to the inn. They want me to go through that front door, but that is just not happening.
You have saved
Do
many
not be a
lives by
limp
ending Vulcan's
fish.
threat.
You did
What
right
you did
coming
was
to
good
me.
and right.
I sense there are more coils to this snake than a mere property dispute.
She is not wrong.
Thank you for all your help. I now see my fears were overblown. Sulakish has been nothing but pleasant.
Welcome back. Your footfalls have a very peculiar quality, did you know? You bear much weight on your shoulders, I sense.
I mean, she's not wrong.
No doubt you have spoken to the claimants. Tell me, what have you learned?
Well, Paheza stole from her sister to pay for her skooma habit.
Ah. And from what Chuksu has told me, she also plans to sell the farm. Most likely to pay off the debts she undoubtedly has with such a habit. What of Nurhe?
Nurhe was the one selling Paheza's skooma. Both sisters owed him for loans.
And so it all comes together. Paheza steals from her egg sister to pay off her debt to Nurhe. The salt rice farm suffers as a result. Nurhe uses this to his advantage and forces Kimaru into debt as well.
Has this helped with your decision?
The answer is now clear. The two parties must meet. Acquire oil from both a mature bog willow and a perfumed snapper. You must keep these oils separate, of course. Give the bark oil to Nurhe, and the snapper oil to Paheza.
Okay. I'm just making a quick note of this because I don't know if this is going to be one of those instances where something is going to happen if I give them the wrong oils and I might not. The dialogue option might come up with, like, give them this oil, give them the second one, and I don't know what exactly is going to happen, so we are writing this down just to be safe. Why do I need to give them oils now?
It is a shadow scale custom. The oils help separate those who cling from that which they cling to. In this case, a dispute which has lasted far too long. Have patience. Soon all will be clear.
Alright, I'll retrieve the oils and give them to Nurhe and Paheza.
Have both Nurhe and Paheza rub the oil into their scales, and tell them to meet at the town's entrance. There, the matter will finally be put to rest.
You think you'll be able to get them to talk when Chuksu couldn't?
In Murkmire, the decision of a shadow scale is absolute. Chuksu may have sun-blessed intentions, but one cannot merely ask an eel to fly. It must be pierced by an arrow and shot upwards. This you shall see.
Okay, sure.
I have an uneasy...
Yeah, I have an uneasy feeling about this too. Where do I find these things? Looks like bog willow's there, perfume snapper's up there. Okay. We're gonna exit the town on this path.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history,
I'm actually... like, I know everything in this zone wants to murder me. Like, flat out. But we're gonna start going this way and get the snapper first. Or, yeah, this is the snapper. Hopefully there will be slightly less things that want to murder me. Oh god. Nope, I lied. Literally everything wants to eat me. This is a very dangerous zone. It's ESO Australia. You are not wrong. Okay. Let us get us the perfume snapper. Alright, perfume snapper get. Now we're gonna murder this Horvor. Oh jeez. Jeez, everyone's murdering everything out here. Yeah, this zone is basically ESO Australia. I would not be surprised, to be honest. What are you? Okay, thought something was still eating me. Apparently not. Runestone. I just saw a plant move. I am slightly concerned. One of those moments where I'm just like, she raised her eyebrow at this and walked away. Also, this is a bear lizard that you can murder. Also, this is one of those plants that will straight up attack you. Mature bog willow. Take the oil. Nern root. Now that we're out here.
Fisher's bag. Is he chased off by one of these salamanders? Keep an eye out.
We're not going over that way because we are... Actually, yes, we are. Yes, we are, because we have to head up this way anyway, because the Way Shrine is in that general direction. Why she's running in such a weird path?
The swamp's a dangerous place. I've grown to love it, but it can still be terrifying. Dynia? Dynia! That's troubling. Eshraf is new, but Dynia's been at this for years. That's Dynia's sword! Oh, she loves that sword. Oh dear, oh dear. This is troubling. Come, let's hurry. I need to speak to someone.
I don't know where she's going exactly, but okay, this way. But you know what? We're brief, temporary detour.
You are well traveled.
Because Way Shrine, and I want to make sure I grab this. Because knowing my luck, I'm going to completely forget it about its existence. And I don't want that. It's not a particularly large zone, but you hit a point where you do start wanting to make sure you hit everything. So, it is a thing I have learned in playing this game. As long as I have. We're also temporarily ignoring this quest. I feel bad because injured Argonian, but we are going to remember that that's there. Head over in this direction. And pray this swamp does not outright try to murder me some more.
Looks like Zukas hasn't arrived yet. No Dynia or Eshraf either. We should look around. Zukas should be along shortly, I hope. Argonians aren't really known for their punctuality.
We have a journal and Dinia's bag. Let's go for the bag first. She has a Vaka stone in here. Eshraf's journal. Most of the pages have been torn out. This is what remains. Certain someone is watching me. I'd bet a bucket of gold that it's one of those damned Naga. They nearly got me at the Sonagiva ruins, but I grew up in the alleys of Sentinel. These lizards can't catch me. I just wish I hadn't left my damned backpack behind. Mommy's gonna give me those sad puppy dog eyes when I tell her I lost the Vaka stone. Not looking forward to that. Luckily, it seems like Dinia left her bag here. That's something, at least. Anyway, that's enough excitement for one day. I'll spend the night here in the hut and head back to Lilmoth in the morning. Some days I really hate this place.
What's that? Eshraf's journal? And another stone? Oh, this doesn't look good at all. Wait. Zukas, is that you?
Sun's blessings, friend Famia. I hope you did not wait too long. Greetings, Biko, and welcome to Murkmire. My name is Zukas. I am wondering, who are you? Forgive the rushed introduction. I find that trading names and intentions makes for calmer waters. We understand each other, I think.
Yeah, my name is Thionel. I'm helping Famia investigate a nearby Zanmir.
Then this Vaka stone belongs to you, I think. Friend Famia never tires of poking around in the old hard nests. I do not know why, but very few dry-skin habits make sense to me. The Zanmirs are very dangerous. Do you have a guide?
Are you volunteering?
No. Truthfully, there is nothing in the Zanmirs that interests me. I hope you have a good reason for taking this journey. I should point out that simple greed is not a good reason.
Famia is looking for a treasure called the Kajanjat crystal.
This does not surprise me. I hope you will not let her come to harm. Famia is a worthy friend. She honestly tries to do right by the Saxhleel, but her persistence, it often gets her into trouble. I wish you luck in your expedition.
You only gave me your name. Who are you exactly?
That is a fair point, and I respect nothing more than honest dealing. As I said, my name is Zukas, Root Herald of the Bright Throat tribe. I protect the tribe's interest. Some hunt for Wamasu. I hunt for truth and fruitful relationships.
The Bright Throat tribe?
You have not heard of us? Either you are very new, or I am dragging my tail as a representative. We are artisans, traders, and guides. Our Hist's roots stretch from Brightthroat village north of here to Lilmuth and the coast beyond.
Your Hist?
Yes, you might call it a tree. All Saxhleel serve a Hist. Their branches protect us, and their sap sustains us. If your path ever takes you to Brightthroat village, you will see. I promise you, Murkmire is much grander than the streets of Lilmuth.
Sorry, what's a Saxhleel?
That is what we Argonians call ourselves here in Black Marsh. Saxhleel means people of the root in the swamp tongue. Trees, roots, you see?
Why do you describe Famia as persistent?
Perhaps eager is a better word. Most people who visit Black Marsh believe we Saxhleel are uncultured children at best, or fish-brained savages at worst. Famia, however, appreciates our culture, in her way. Sometimes too much.
How can someone appreciate your culture too much?
She risks her life to recover antiquities we do not want or need. Her dedication is touching, I guess. I keep telling her that we would rather have fresh slugs and sturdy tools, but no snake can slither backwards. She does what she does. So it goes.
So you don't want anything at all from the Zanmirs?
I would not say that. Some Zanmirs contain powerful relics or cursed antiquities. We can't have that sort of thing floating around. It takes some doing, but typically we can recover items like that without a fight.
I'd say that's kind of accurate, Yumi, actually. She's trying very hard, though. What if you can't?
Then there is a fight.
Do you often give these crystals to Famia?
The Vaka stones? Sometimes. More often I bring maps, tools, and small gifts. Friend Famia brings me things as well. Stories about the items she seeks mostly. Hairfolk rumors, too. Those are very fine gifts.
Rumors? Are you a spy of some kind?
I do not know this word, spy. A root herald cannot serve their tribe without gathering stories and rumors, but I would not drink from another Saxhleel's gourd when they were not looking. Famia tells only what she wishes to. Friends, you see.
I just need to take a moment to speak to Zukas about Eshraf and Dainia. Hopefully he knows something, or knows someone who does. In the meantime, why don't you head to the Zanmir? It's just east of here. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Alright, you don't need me to escort you any further?
Oh, I'll be fine. If anything threatens us, Zukas will take care of it. This business with Eshraf and Dynia has me worried. I'm hoping Zukas can find out if anyone's seen them. Oh, but before you leave, could you give me those Vaka stones and the sword?
Sure, here is everything I found. Be seeing you. So we're supposed to go to the Zanmir, which is down there. However, we're heading back to the town because I have lost control over my life. No, stop that. You do not get to drain me of blood. Rude. That is incredibly rude. Oh my god. Pretty much everything in here wants to kill you. It's not unusual for a lot of these zones, but I'm not used to being in basically the Tamriel equivalent of Australia. Also, hello, Eris. Many hugs to you, and I hope you are doing well. Aw. Eris is adorable. Hi, E! We are basically exploring a new Argonian zone. Also arbitrating a dispute between two Argonians, one of which bought skooma from the other one. And it's a whole thing.
You again. Here to tell me the Shadow Scale's judgment, are you? Well, let me hear it.
Sulakish wants you to negotiate with Nurhe at the town's entrance.
Negotiate? With that spineless Kuda? Fine. Besides, it's about time that someone put Nurhe in his place. There's no doubt that the Shadow Scale will agree with my claim.
She wants you to rub this oil into your scales before you attend.
What's this? Smells like perfume. I'll do as the Shadow Scale asks, of course. Not stupid enough to go against her wishes. And I'll attend the meeting too. Make no mistake.
I will see you there.
Good luck getting Nurhe to agree to come. He hasn't deigned to speak to me once since Kimaru died. Just uses Chiksu to relay messages.
I happened to read some letters between you and Nurhe.
Oh, so you finally caught wind of the truth, did you? Nurhe's the whole reason I'm like this, you know. Gave me my first bottle of skooma free of charge. The bottles afterward, of course, were plenty costly.
And you stole from your sister to keep up the habit.
What do you know? Who are you to judge me? It was different before, you know. I had a life. I had a family. And now I have nothing. Nothing but a muddy scrap of land that might let me finally move on from this swamp pit.
I'm not going to respond to either of those things because I worry about that influencing something, but dear Lord, there is just chaos in this whole mess. Ugh. Chaos with a Wabbajack fishing rod. Ocean turns to huge pool of goofy souvenirs and rubber chickens. That's a bit disturbing.
Deep within the swamp.
Yeah, if you wind up coming down into Murkmire, it is basically the Tamriel version of Australia. It is chaos, and everything wants to murder you.
Ah, my esteemed Biko. I'm sure you come with good tidings. After all, my claim is as strong as the roots of the Hist.
You must meet Sulakish at the town's entrance. But first, rub the soil on your scales.
What? Rub oil into my scales? Whatever for?
It's part of a shadow scale negotiating ceremony.
Negotiate? Is the matter not settled? All right. I'm not foolish enough to go against the Shadow Scale's command. Besides, my words are sure to sway all present.
Here's the oil.
I'll make sure to attend the negotiation. You needn't trouble yourself further.
Well, everybody in here just sounds angry. Not everything. The Argonians are nice. This is true. The majority of the Argonians in this zone have been pretty awesome. I have not interacted with many of them, but the ones I have interacted with have been very nice. The Argonians are probably the only things in this zone that will not murder you. But let's see how this negotiation works and what the point of the oil in the scales was. Yeah, apparently it's some... Yeah, that was not my choice. I was basically told by a shadow scale to do the thing.
Thank you both for agreeing to this negotiation.
Of course. Far be it from me to deny the wisdom of a shadow scale.
Oh, please. Let's just get this over with.
Before we begin negotiations, I want the two of you to shake hands, amicably, to show your good intentions in coming here.
Oh! Okay.
What happened? What did you do?
What was asked of me, I resolved their dispute. I entrust the farm to you, Chukzu. You do best to not disappoint me.
Oh my god, what the fuck? You know, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, all things considered. Especially given that, you know, we basically asked the former assassin to arbitrate an issue. But, I mean, what?
And so, the farm now belongs to one who is worthy of it. I'd much rather pass such judgment with my own hands, of course. But at my age, this is the best I can manage.
So you planned for them both to die?
I saw the needed resolution and acted accordingly. That is all. My rulings are always just, though not always pleasant. I thank you for your aid in the matter. Here, a reward is only fitting. In the name of Sithis, I have brought about the needed change. That which hindered has been removed. That which must be, shall be.
You know, I think you made the right choice in the long run.
Ah, to have the admiration of a midge. Should I be honored? Truly, you must be acquainted with many who hold your opinion to quite a high standard. But I act from the will of the Dread Father, and he alone. Your words hold no weight.
Wow.
In the name of Sithis, I have brought about the needed change. That which hindered has been removed. That which must be, shall be.
I'm just really curious what this first dialogue option results in, so your judgment seems harsh. Did they really deserve to die?
It seems the midge dislikes my judgment. Weeds choke the garden, and so they are uprooted. The limb begins to wither, and so it is cut away. A sacrament is uttered, and so a life is taken. That is the will of Sithis.
There must have been another way.
Perhaps. But it would not have been the Shadow Scale way.
You know, what's funny is going into this, I was wondering how exactly this quest was going to resolve itself. Because, you know, we have a Shadow Scale here. But in my mind, I was thinking it would go the way that a lot of these arbitration quests tend to go, where the person doing the arbitrating winds up asking me for my opinion, and then they run with it. But I'm like, I don't think they'd really do that with the Shadow Scale. I honestly feel like a Shadow Scale would just make whatever decision they're going to make and be done with it. Well, she made a decision. Yeah, she's definitely not the one to talk to for skincare.
I think I have to lie down for a moment. And after that, it's off to get the farm back in order. Let's just hope I can honor Kimaru's dedication. Elsewise, well, I don't want to think about the elsewise.
Yeah, this is also true, Chibi. We did get rid of a skooma dealer, so, you know, in the long run, it's fine. I just... It's not the way I personally would have liked to resolve it, like, because this is me. I'm a weirdo, because I feel like I should prefer trying to talk everything out, but even though that's not always possible all of the time, and I get that, I just was not expecting the ending to be quite that explosive. Can you blame him, really? After that, I don't think I blame him. I definitely do not blame him after that whatsoever. Alright. Up there is a Sky Shard. Do not neglect your Sky Shards, my friends. Because again, you will hit a point where you have like no skill points. I'm still trying to figure out with like the 12 that I have, but I've not figured out where to put them yet.
Is it working? The door awakens. Try opening it now, Zadaza.
This for. Zadaza has been peeking at this for... What did you do, Famia?
Scholarship in action, my friends. Now, let's make some discoveries.
Yes.
Grab one of the swamp jellies. Okay. Oh, hey, an achievement. Cool. Into the Zanmir. Let us go. This is feeling a bit odd, I guess, because I also feel like, at least with this particular event, I feel like the text is a bit vague, and I'm not sure what exactly works in terms of ticket acquisition and what doesn't, and it's just very odd to me. Because everything has like a chance of letting you acquire tickets. And so far, it has been not a thing that has worked properly for me. Although I did earn a thing. Where is that? Tribal equipment crate. I got a new dagger. Not that I will use it in this zone, but you know. Okay, let us explore the Zanmir.
Door release. Fascinating. Oh, a bit of help, please. Just pull that lever there. What? Ah, push! I meant push! Ah!
Whoops. We broke the Zanmir.
Lamia, are you alive?
Zadaza, you avoided the trap?
A rock fell on Zadaza's beautiful tail, but otherwise she's fine. The others fell into separate rooms.
Mara's mercy. Try to find a way around. We'll look for the others down here.
We basically broke the Zanmir. Or rather, I broke the Zanmir. I did not mean to break the Zanmir. It just sort of happened.
Oh, Stendar bless it, Famia. You never pull a Bijum release. You push. Always push. I'm dreadfully sorry, but don't despair. I mean, clearly this isn't an ideal start, but in the grand scheme of things, falling into a pit is a fairly minor setback.
What do you think happened to the others?
Like Zadaza said, they must have fallen into different chambers. Now, I'm sure we'll find them deeper inside the Zanmir. Honestly, I've seen this sort of thing many times before. The fall-away floors and chutes and such. Very common.
So you've triggered traps like this before?
Well, every great explorer has triggered a trap or two. At least no one was set on fire. I hope no one was set on fire. No. I'm certain Kirstolith and Barrow are just fine. Now, we have a priceless crystal to find, right?
I mean, I hope no one was set on fire too. But that's not encouraging.
Well done! Let's find... Oh, dear. You don't think there are any snakes in this water, do you?
Hopefully not, because if there are, I can't fight them. Well, this is getting off to a very promising start. I broke a Zanmir.
Some kind of mechanical bridge? Oh, remarkable! I don't see an obvious way to lower it. It must relate to these...
I do. Okay, so we need to match where the symbols are
The water featured the same symbols as the counterweights.
with where these go.
I've never seen one in person.
So that's all the way down. Oh god. Did not mean to do that. Okay, so maybe don't fall in the water. That was painful. Okay. Weird eggy one. Can stay there. This one has to go all the way up to the top. Okay. So we have... Not sure what that one is. That one can... No, this one has to go all the way up to the top as well. This one needs to go, I think, all the way to the bottom.
That did it! Well done. At this rate, we'll find the Kajinjat crystal in no time. My friends, too.
Iztak Explorer's Journal, page 1. Seems my companions were right. Nothing can prepare someone for a journey into the Iztak Zanmir. I'm butchering the name. I am so sorry, whoever wrote this. I entered the ruins scant minutes ago and already find myself utterly lost. What's more, I found almost nothing of value. Had I come here seeking brittle bones and cracked pottery, I would not be disappointed. Alas, I came seeking treasure. Perhaps I have not ventured deep enough. I know I should seek some means of escape, but I find the idea of leaving empty-handed totally unacceptable. I must find something, however small. I've heard rumors of some crystals tucked away in the bowels of this place. The Kuju Jas or Kajib Zat or some other similarly unpronounceable crystal. Finding something like that might make this entire misadventure worthwhile. Jelly. Looks like we come this way. Oh, jeez! Oh, that's right. The plant life wants to murder you. Oh, look, a Horvor. Nope, stop that. You do not get to suck my blood.
Help! I fell into this pit and... Oh, please, Mercy. Don't look down. Don't look down. Oh, what to do? What to do? Wait, look up there. Flint vine. That could do the trick.
Alright, I saw something in here. I will go back over there in a second.
We'll make a ladder and haul her up.
Or at least I thought I saw a thing, but apparently I did not. It's fine. Alright, let's see about gathering flint vine. Supposedly, there's some down here. This is fortunately not the water that will straight up murder me if I get in it. So, you know, small mercies. Although everything else in this zone, in this area, wants to kill me. That's fine. This is fine. Great. Nope. Rude. Oh god. Strangler. I forgot these plants existed. Oh yay, event ticket. Excellent. I forgot freaking stranglers. I haven't seen them in so long, you guys. I forgot they existed. That is pathetic that I just forget they exist. Also, we got a strong box off of that. So we have a Voraplasm Trap user manual and a Hackwing plumage. So now we have a component for the Voraplasm pet. I think I both kind of love and hate that how you get the tickets can be so random in this game. Or at least for this event. I don't know how I feel about it, really. It's an interesting concept, but I can see some people getting so frustrated by it. Oh, that's handy. You crouch down and the plants get marked. That is incredibly handy. Especially if you're like me and you have some occasional visual issues. Nope. I could have sworn there's supposed to be a thing in here. Oh, what is that noise? I don't like that noise. We also have another page of that journal. Hours flutter away into the darkness, and I find myself no closer to this elusive crystal. I've taken to scattering the pages of my journal, a breadcrumb trail as it were. I'm no architect, but I'm willing to wager that whoever designed this place was similarly unqualified. Doors and staircases routinely lead to nowhere. Nigh bottomless pits appear with unsettling frequency, and then there's these damned statues. Stylized Argonian faces with mouths contorted into ghastly sneers. I can't help but detect a smugness in their expression. Unsettling, to say the least. There's one corridor I haven't explored yet, the dankest and most foul-smelling. I suppose I have no choice but to see where it leads. Mara, help me. Slightly concerning. Okay, that's 2. Crunchy way down! Oh look, salamander. Salamander we attack from a distance, because I don't want to get too close to that plant. Although I may not have a choice in the matter. Oh god. Guess I completely didn't even notice the trap buttons. Oh look, it's a river troll. Because of course there's a river troll. Why wouldn't there be a freaking river troll in this death trap? Who designed this? Also, I seem to have acquired a mud crab friend. At least temporarily. Alright, there should be another one up here. Flint vines. Alright, excellent. Why we're taking the dangerous ways down all the time in here, I don't know. Okay, let's see about getting out of here. Nope! Leave me alone! I'm basically just power running back to where I need to be. And getting lost. Because like I said, there can be 2 paths out of a room and I will not know where I'm going. As clearly evidenced by the fact that I basically just ran in an entire freaking circle. Alright, let's come over here. Rescue our friend, or business associate. With a ladder. Oh, that is a deep pit.
I'm climbing up now. That was terrifying. I heard shouting from across the chasm. It sounded like Varro. He needs help. I just need a moment. All right, rest here, but not for too long. The crystal's almost in reach. Let's go help Varro.
I love how she's still so excited about this crystal that the others do not seem to want. Also, what is that Lutz message? I see you. I see you, Lutz message. Hi, Thai. I love watching your reactions to things. You're super expressive and adorable. Many hearts. Many hearts to you as well. Thank you so much for the Lutz message. And if you too would like to send a message much like that one of your very own, you can go to lutz.com/Thionel, type !Lutz into Twitch chat, or check the panels right down below for a link to the thing. Thank you, Chibi. Much appreciated. But that is a way that you too can send in a sponsored video message. It is completely free, by the way. Cost you guys nothing except your time. Oh! Spiders! Yay! Spiders! Why did it have to be spiders? Why did it have to be spiders? You know that scene in Indiana Jones, any of the scenes in Indiana Jones, where he has a moment of snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? That is me with all the multitude of spiders. There does not need to be this many spiders in any game. This many spiders do not need to exist. And yet here we are with far too many spiders for this game's own good. F spiders, man. No, you don't. Stop that. You do not get to feed on your children. You okay, dude?
I took a real beating during the fall. Leg broke like a dried.
I'll get down there to heal you.
I mean, you could just jump.
Crystal is through the next door. Hop down, yes? This one will follow.
This does not seem safe. I mean, she's telling me to hop down, but this seems like a trap.
Dark moons, a trap. Lift those paws, Walker. Zadaza will disarm.
Oh god. Thank you.
Exhilarating, yes? This one thinks the door is unlocked now. Give it a push.
I like you less and less, Zadaza.
You see? You aren't the only one who can find side passages.
Note this one's very genuine surprise.
The Kajinjat crystal! At last!
Careful, Famia. We have had enough falling and screaming for one day.
Sound advice. It should just be a matter of wedging the pressure plate and... there. Finally.
Famia?
Mara's mercy!
Distract it, Walker. Zadata will open the door.
Right, because this makes sense.
Throw the ooze over there. What inspector's name is that? I've lit the trap. Drag the monster to it.
Thought he said he lit the trap. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Draw it over this way.
Another ignites.
Gather treasure and escape.
Deadly gas. It fills the Zanmir. Run, now, before you suffocate.
The door is open. Hurry!
Black. I'm right behind you.
A chest! We should...
Leave it, Elf. You'll never get out in time.
Right, you're right. Run!
Oh, this is fun. Whoops. Do I have time for this? I don't know, but we're trying anyway. I could just force the lock, but that does me no good anyway. Oh god. Whoops. And this is how I almost die. Whew.
Quickly, please.
That was not how I expected that to go, to be quite honest. But here we are. Wow. That I don't even know how to describe what just happened. You guys, I just wow. That was a lot. That was a lot. I just Whew. Is everybody okay though?
I hope you see now. I do not exaggerate about the Zanmirs. Are you all right? You are not wheezing or leaking blood from your ears. That is something, at least.
I'm fine. Why risk yourself for us?
A fair question. In truth, I came to rescue Famia. I will admit a certain affection for her. She is kind-hearted and loyal, like a hedge gecko or one of your tiny bark dogs. I would not want her to come to harm. I'm glad to see you safe as well.
He basically compared her to a dog. That is kind of adorable. Is that the only reason?
No. Have a care with that crystal, Biko. If it is truly the Kajinjat, you should not let it jangle around in Famia's purse for long.
Why not? What do you know about the Kajinjak crystal?
I know that, if mishandled, it could lead to something very dangerous. So I would appreciate it if Famia stayed safe at home, for a time. It has been many long hours since my last sundoze, after all, and I try to limit my rescues to one per day.
That Zukas is always so polite. I don't know where I'd be without him. Despite the mishaps, we have the Kajinjat crystal, thanks in no small part to your contributions. Cause for at least modest celebration, right?
Do all your expeditions go this poorly?
No, of course not. Though some have gone worse. Anyway, we shouldn't dwell on the missteps and bungles. Need I remind you that we recovered the Kajinjat crystal? An item of immeasurable historical import.
I am happy for you. You mentioned payment?
Yes. Well, I had hoped to discuss that in private. Provided this little misadventure hasn't driven you from the business completely, I'd like to bring you on for another task. Let me settle up here, then I'll meet you in my office in Lomoth.
All right, I'll meet you there.
Farewell, everyone. Please, do not make me do this again.
Well, that was exciting, right?
I have never seen more spiders.
Are you joking? We nearly died.
Welcome, my friend, to Exploring with Famia.
That's hardly fair. Our last expedition was...
Spike Pit.
Well, yes, but before that...
Angry Naga Heart Eaters.
Ah, but what about that trip north? That wasn't...
Many crocodiles.
Madus lost his hand to one. Remember Madus?
Zadaza mostly remembers his screams.
Yes, but need I remind you, we acquired the Kajinjak crystal?
Good for you. As for me, I'm out. This elf is sticking to woodland adventures from now on.
Smart. I'm sitting the next one out too. Here, elf. I'll walk you home.
Are you certain you're up to it?
Ale's cheap in Lilmoth, and there's not a beast alive that's going to stand between me and a tankard right now.
Fair enough. Just take it slow, all right?
A one-legged Imperial and a wood elf, fresh out of the cradle, go wandering into the swamp. What could go wrong?
Zadaza kind of has a point. Clearly, they're not gonna make it back intact. Yeah, but back to Lomoth we go. And I mean, hopefully everybody makes it back in one piece. I don't know, to be quite honest. We do hope. But there's never any guarantee.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy.
Wow, okay.
Deep within the swamp.
Flag spike, always a fun time.
Such things you say.
Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a Bosa.
You know what? We are gonna take this path because I'm intrigued. And if they didn't want us to come up here, it should not exist. Hey Ojo, how are you doing? We're exploring Murkmire today. So far, we nearly got murdered by a temple.
Based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership.
You're here! Excellent! Welcome to the headquarters of Cyrodiilic Collections. Now, we have business to discuss, right? I hope our experience in the Zanmir hasn't put you off adventuring for good.
You mentioned another job?
Yes, we'll get to that. But first, payment for services rendered. You helped me acquire the Kajinjat crystal and recovered 3 Argonian treasures besides. Peerless work, my friend. Peerless. Please, take this payment with my compliments.
Haven't touched Murkmire yet, to be honest. Kind of passed that one by. Well, it is for the celebration, the event that they have going on. The one thing I don't like about how the event works is that the tickets can literally come from anything, and it just feels completely random when they show up. So I don't know how I feel about that as a thing, but it exists. It is what it is.
Now then, are you ready to discuss my offer? I certainly hope so. I honestly don't know what I'll do if you turn me down. It's grave business, you know? I'm not trying to apply undue pressure or anything, but yes, serious business.
Oh yeah, more tickets. Oh joy. I personally just would very much like a spectral Indrik. So that is what we are trying to accomplish. Um, what do you need me to do?
It's my missing companions, Eshraf and Dynia, the explorers whose bags we found out in the marsh, remember? I told you I sent them to recover Baka stones, but that wasn't all they were looking for. They were looking for the remnant of Argon.
The remnant of Argon? What's that?
A legend. Some say it's a massive gem, others a magical egg. Either way, I fear Eshraf and Dynia's disappearance is linked to their search. Zukas agreed to look into it, and it seems he's found something. Could you speak with him?
Alright, I'll meet with Zukas, find out what he knows. Where can I find him?
Zukas' message said to meet him at the Tiba Enu field in Altan Mirhalil. Tiba Enu's a local sport. I have no idea how it's played. There's a ball involved, I know that. I'm babbling, sorry. I do this when I'm nervous. Please, be careful.
Do you really think Zukas can help find your missing friends?
Oh, certainly. Zukas enjoys friendly relationships with practically everyone, even the Nagas. Some of Lilmoth's investors see him as a bit of a swindler, but that's rooted in their ignorance of Argonian culture more than anything else.
Who were the Nagas?
The Nagas are a breed of Argonians. I guess breed is the term. Sounds a bit offensive, doesn't it? Oh dear. Well, let's just say they're a different kind of Argonian. The Deadwater tribe is a Naga group, but tribeless Nagas wander all over Murkmire.
So this Deadwater tribe, they're hostile?
Hostile? Well, I mean, they're certainly aggressive, but hostile has all kinds of connotations I'd rather avoid. What matters is they react with violence to practically any intrusion. For instance, they abducted me once about a year ago.
What happened?
Well, one of my expeditions took a brief detour into Deadwater territory. They took us as hostages almost immediately. I tried to impress upon them my deep love and admiration for Argonian culture.
And I take it they didn't react well?
They broke my arm in 3 places, tied me to a raft, and sent me headfirst down Who Kept Falls. Luckily, I'm a strong swimmer. I'm casting them in a very poor light. Honestly, if you can see past the idle cruelty, they're really quite pleasant.
Yeah, quite pleasant people who sent you down a giant waterfall. What the hell, lady? No, the revamp isn't happening until next week, I believe. I know next week we're basically going to have to re-download the entire game. So that is a thing. Be on the lookout for that. She lost her friends again. Well, she hasn't found them yet. We don't know where they are. I see. Tell me more about this remnant of Argon.
Honestly, Are you sure you want me to bring you into this? Eshraf and Dynia only knew its name, and now they've probably been kidnapped.
I can handle myself. Tell me.
Very well. As I said, no one really knows what the remnant is, but it's just everywhere. Tree minders whisper about it when they think no one's listening. It's tucked away in poems and songs. It's always there, just below the surface.
But if it's everywhere, how is it secret?
Like I said, people think it's just a legend, so they ignore it. But once serious scholars like us start asking questions, start making those first quiet discoveries, all the opportunists crawl out of their holes to take their nibbles.
Well, if it does exist, do you have any idea what it is?
All the folktales imply that the remnant shares a deep connection with the Hist. but the rest is pretty murky. Songs about the remnant almost always end with a hero plucking it from the roots of a tree and ushering in a new golden age. Others
what?
Well, some of the songs end with an unworthy snake swallowing the remnant and turning into a hideous giant that ravages the land for 100 seasons. So, keep an eye out for snakes?
Yeah, sure. This thing sounds fun. Okay, where are we going? You're going out this door. Okay.
A fear that leads to a stagnation. Something must now clear the way. That which will make Kuva stay. Wise eyes always
Is this supposed to be some kind of music?
Yeah.
They who will be Kuva stay.
Which, by the way, if you didn't see it earlier, this instrument has literal frogs inside it.
Kuva stay, one who sees the needed way.
I don't know what to make of that. That was...
are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within.
I do not know what to make of that, to be quite honest.
I was sad to hear about the troubles in Silent Mire. Pirates, kidnapping. Is no place safe anymore?
You look like someone who knows a good business opportunity when you see one. Much profit. Will you hear me out?
What kind of business opportunity are we talking about?
Increased business for me, extra gold for you. I believe the Imperials call it a win-win situation. The prominent trader Captain Jimala arrived in port. If we can convince her to export my Vosa Satas, the possibilities for profit are endless.
Jimala? We haven't seen her in forever! What's a Vosa Subtle, exactly?
The instrument of my people. For many Argonians, the dulcet croaks of a Vosa Sata remind them of the sounds of home. Act as my envoy and bring this opportunity to Captain Jimala. Help me secure a trade agreement and I will compensate you.
Alright, what do you need me to do? I mean, she likes me, so it shouldn't be too hard.
First, we must learn everything we can about Captain Jimala and how to make a good impression. Talk to people who have dealt with her before, such as Tolwyn, Claus the Ghost, and Rujawan. I'll catch up with you so we can plan our next move.
Why use me as an envoy? Why not contact her directly?
Appearances, Biko, appearances. Jimala travels the world and has refined tastes. One cannot simply walk up to her and offer their wares like a wandering merchant. No, we must make a good first impression. And to do that, I need you to serve as my envoy.
Does an envoy really make you seem more important?
Of course. Outsiders respond better to people they see as important. We're partners, equals in this endeavor. Serving as my envoy is for appearances only. It makes us both look good and improves our chances to secure a deal with the captain.
I worked with her in the past, actually.
You have worked with the legendary Khajiit Sea Captain? Biko, the sun truly shines on me today. Even so, I do not want a deal that's purely dependent on her goodwill toward you. We need to prove that I'm a worthy trade partner.
That's fair. Okay, let's go talk to people. This is pretty awesome. We have not seen Jimala in a very long time. If you guys don't remember her, we actually met her in the starting area for, we met her in Canarthi's Roost, actually.
Just bought a round of drinks at the tavern.
She is Khajiit, and she is wonderful, and I'm very excited to see her again.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Ogel?
For some reason, you seem like a very creepy-looking Argonian. I understand you have an arrangement with Captain Jimala. Do you have any suggestions on how to impress her?
What is this really about, outsider? Are you trying to intrude upon my business? I assure you, Captain Jimala knows a rogue and a cheat when she sees one. That's why we have such an ironclad agreement.
Unless you sell Voss's saddles, I'm pretty sure you have nothing to worry about.
Neshdika must have employed you as an envoy. Very clever. Know that Captain Jimala is a shrewd negotiator, but a fair partner. Speak true and bargain in good faith. That will earn you the respect of the Master of the Prowler.
The Prowler?
Yes, the Prowler. Captain Jimala's ship. She can't very well be a sea captain and prominent trader without a good vessel. You need to know these things if you hope to impress the captain.
Thanks for the advice. I already knew her ship was the Prowler, but for anybody else, it has been a very long time since we've interacted with her, so the refresher is always a good thing. I cannot actually just jump up here, can I? Damn. Okay. How to get up there? Not the way I'm doing it, clearly. How do I get up there? Ah, here we go. I need to talk to somebody in here. Where are you? Who am I even talking to in here? Ah. Tolwyn.
Welcome to Lilmoth, friend. Is that a shrewd and discerning gaze I detect? I know a fellow entrepreneur when I meet one. I'm a financier, you see, and I have an exciting business proposition, if you're interested, of course.
I have several concerns about individuals who sit like that, so, no thank you. I'm already working with Neshdika. We're hoping to make a deal with Captain Jimala.
The Khajiit Sea Captain, huh? Everyone wants to work with Jimala. I met her a few months ago. I needed a reliable ship to carry Alikiri trade goods. No small thing, what with the war and all. Jimala made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
What did you do to impress her and secure the deal?
Impress her? No, that wasn't how I got close to the sea captain. No, I showed her courtesy and respect. I deferred to her expertise and let her suggest the best way we could work together. That's how I caught Jimala's eye.
Thank you for the information. Okay, how do I get out of here? Is this the door? This is the door. Alright. One less spot we gotta hit up, which is over this way. Oh my god, I did not actually want to jump down off there. Ah. See, this is what I mean. I fail at navigating myself anywhere in these games.
You don't look like you require protection, Sharptooth. You need something, or is this a social call? And if I killed someone you knew, remember that I'm a mercenary. It wasn't personal. It was just business.
Neshdika sent me. We're hoping to make a deal with Captain Jimala. We're seeking some advice.
Neshdika, the instrument crafter? Interesting. Sure, I know the captain. She hires me to escort her around the marsh sometimes. Matter of fact, I provided protection when she was last in port. I heard she's back, but I haven't spoken to her.
Does the captain hire you for protection often?
Often enough to put a few meals on the table. The captain can handle herself, but she recognizes the value of local talent. Hiring a sellsword like me provides her with someone who speaks the language and knows the native customs.
So how did you impress the captain and earn her trust?
I did my job and made sure to follow the captain's commands to the letter. Captain Jimala appreciates a no-nonsense approach to my kind of work. I handle the rough stuff, but I never instigate trouble. I solve problems, I don't cause them.
You know, you don't sound like the other Argonians I've spoken to here in Murkmire.
No surprise there. I'm what the locals call a Lucial Argonian, an out-of-towner. Basically, Argonians who leave the swamp and live among the dryskins, as well as those born in other regions.
Interesting information. Are they treated differently here?
You get a few suspicious looks from the locals, the Naga in particular. But for the most part, we're more or less left alone. Honestly, it'd be hard-pressed to find an Argonian in Murkmire who really resents much of anything.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah, except for the pity everyone shows me. The locals can't imagine life away from the Hist. I'd be lying if I said there was nothing to it. Out in Alakir, I rarely even thought about the Hist. Now that I'm here, I actually miss it. It's weird.
New partner, come, speak with me. Ah, my friend and partner. Were you able to find out about Captain Jimala's likes and dislikes? Anything that will improve our chances to make a deal would be helpful.
The captain reacts well to respect, bargaining in good faith, and a no-nonsense attitude.
Well then, we should have little trouble. I am all those things and more when it comes to business. We just need to complete a Vosa Sattel so we can present it to the good captain. That is sure to convince her to deal with us.
What can I do to help?
You can gather the frogs while I put the finishing touches on the instrument. We'll need mossfoot croakers, ruby hoppers, indigo tree frogs, and sun-blessed toads. Here, I wrote everything down so you won't have to remember all the details.
Why do you need me to gather frogs?
What a strange question. We need the frogs for the Vosa Sattel. How else would the instrument produce its sweet-sounding melodies? The note explains how to catch each frog. Once you have them all, return to my shop, and we'll finish the instrument.
Okay, sure. This is going to be interesting. A guide to gathering frogs. Friend Biko, you need to gather the following frogs so I can complete construction of a Vosa Sattel to present to Captain Jimla. We need mossfoot croakers, ruby hoppers, indigo tree frogs, and sunblessed toads. Those are the ones that produce the widest range of sounds. First, find a few of the green mossfoot croakers in the bushes that grow in the marsh east of Lilmoth. They're quite docile and easy to catch. Second, look for the ruby hoppers. These rare red frogs like to sun themselves on stones near water around Lilmoth. You have to sneak up on them, though, or they get frightened and hop away. If that happens, the sacred hoppers often hide by the big tree at the center of town. Catching indigo tree frogs is a little more complicated. After you locate the trees where they nest, you need to gather some flesh flies. The blue frogs love them. Release the flesh flies beneath the tree. When the frogs hop down to feast, just grab them. Finally, the sun-blessed toads will prove to be the most difficult of the frogs to catch. To lure them out of their mud pit, you need to trick them into thinking it's time to mate. To do that, you need to gather the ingredients to make a scent that will attract the frogs and draw them out of hiding. To make the scent, you need to gather the following plants: stench sedge, salt rush, and joy mallow. Then combine them to create toad musk. Once you have the musk, locate a toad mud pit. Then pour the musk onto yourself and use the croak wheel. Between the scent of the musk and the croaks emerging from the wheel, you're sure to attract some blessed toads that you can catch. Good luck. Well, this is gonna be fun. Let's catch some frogs. You had me at croak wheel. I have several concerns. I have no idea how this is even gonna go, but you know, we're gonna give it a shot. let's see what happens. So these ones supposedly are the easiest ones to catch. Yep, quite docile and supposedly easy to catch. So let's see if we can't find some frogs. Mossfoot croaker. 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 Aha! Okay, ruby hopper. What do we have to do for this one? Ruby hopper need to be snuck up upon. Okay. Find a stone near water in Lilmoth. Supposedly, there'll be one right down there, but nope, I don't exist. And you don't see me. This is a stone, and it is near water. But does not look like there are frogs here. The croak wheel is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how exactly that's going to go. Oh my god. Freaking hate these bugs. These are the worst, and I hate them. Okay. Sneaking over here because of spider silk. This is a rock that is near water, but apparently it is the wrong rock. I was unaware there were right and wrong rocks. Apparently there are. Gonna come up here. This is a rock that is near water. Oh, it's in there. I have been sneaky, damn it. And I saw the frog run off this way. Towards the tree, I think it said. But I am clearly terrible at this, because I am failing at finding where that damn frog went to. Okay, so it looks like the frog ran up this way. The thing that especially gets me about this is that the frog basically just took off before I even really had the opportunity to try to chase it. So I don't know what that was about. This seems like a somewhat poorly designed quest element, but it is what it is.
It seems that Cyrodiilic Collections just found something worthwhile. Their Khajiit lockpicker just bought a round of drinks at the tavern.
Yoink.
They finally found their way into the Sonagiva Zanmir.
Okay, indigo frog.
Sonagiva?
We need flesh flies.
Lucky they made it out alive.
A new hire saved them all from certain death. Also, I hear.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
I know what words are. Bleh. Alright, up this way.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history.
Alright, flush the indigo frogs hang out over this way. In the Indigo Grove. Gather flesh flies. I'd really rather not. Frogs. Okay. Now for making the stuff to get the sun toad things. We need joy mallow, stench sedge, and salt rush. Alright, here's the joy mallow.
Hail again, friend. How goes your frog collecting?
Oh, hi.
I hate to bother, friend partner, but you have been gone for a long time. Are the frogs giving you any trouble? I only ask because striking a deal with Captain Jimala is terribly important to me.
I gathered all the frogs except for the sunblessed toads.
Yes, I should have noticed. Your basket practically bulges. As for the sunblessed toads, they are the most slippery of the bunch. Do you need me to tell you how to gather them again?
No, I don't need a reminder. I'm good.
Then don't let me keep you, Biko. Get out there and gather the last of those toads.
Alright, that was I guess that was the sort of thing where it was like, hey, if you don't remember, or didn't read the damn note that I gave you, here, this is a thing. Salt rush gathered. Alright, we've created a musk. And now, let us go convince some toads that it is time to mate. And use a croak wheel. I'm not entirely sure what a croak wheel is. I'm hoping it's very much what it says on the tin, but I don't know. Ugh. Great. Croak wheel. Oh no. Oh no. All of the toads. Oh no. All of the toads. They're following me now. Great. They want to mate with me. I am not okay with this. Okay, there's a crocodile following me. It's fine. It's fine. The crocodile can follow me. It's fine.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history.
Alright, we're coming up here, and we're making our way across town. Best we can. To go talk to our business partner. This is not the way down. It's fine. Hi.
Ah, is that the aroma of toad musk I smell? How delightful! I hope you were gentle with the little croakers. They need to be calm and relaxed to produce the most pleasing sounds.
The frogs are in this basket. All safe and sound.
They are. How good of you to join us, little croakers. Let's go inside, Biko. Our happy chorus must be fitted into the Vosa saddle. I envy them their new lives of pampered luxury. We should all be so lucky.
I will meet you inside. This is a very weird musical instrument.
Welcome to your new home, my little friends. Now, let's listen to how it sounds. Pure perfection! Take this masterpiece to Captain Jimala with my compliments. That should secure us a deal.
Okay.
Our little friends are happy, I am happy, and Captain Jimala will be happy very soon. Oh, sun-filled day! Remember, when the captain asks you who created this masterpiece, shout my name with great enthusiasm. Neshtika, the pride of Lilmad.
Do you have any idea where I can find her to deliver the Vasa saddle?
Of course. I always keep an ear hole open for important information such as that. Last I heard, Captain Jimala was drinking at the tavern. Go to her, present yourself as my envoy, give her the Vosa saddle, and get her to agree to export them.
Okay, this should be interesting. Will Jimala like this? To be quite honest, I don't even understand this musical instrument myself, but it is what it is. So let us go present this instrument to her and see if we can't conclude this business arrangement. And once we do, it will unfortunately be time for us to wrap things up for the evening. Hi!
I'm surprised to see you in this part of the world, old friend. Not that I'm complaining. It's always good to see you. But what are you doing in this land of mud and bugs?
I'm actually here on behalf of Neshtika to offer you a deal.
Intriguing. Deals keep bringing me back to this swamp after all. So many captains consider Lilmoth to be beneath their notice, but their loss is my gain. Very well, speak. What's your proposition?
Well, first, Neshtika wants you to have this Vasa saddle as a gift and to display the depth of his skill.
Vosa, what now? Tell me more, envoy. What is this contraption and why should I care?
It's a musical instrument. Argonians in other lands would love a little sound of home.
Oh, the sound of home. Yes, I can see the profit in that. I'd target tavern owners with Argonian clientele. But what sort of instrument is this? I've never seen anything like it.
It's sort of a wind and keyboard instrument. It uses frogs to make its sounds.
I think what you said will make more sense after another couple of drinks. Still, it's exotic, I'll give it that. And I love a good challenge. Very well. Tell Neshtika we have a deal. Let's start with 5 of these and see how they sell.
I'll let Kim know he has a deal. Speaking of the Vasa saddle,
that has learned to soar. Shinate, I will ascend for all that.
That is basically it being played over there. For anybody who has no idea what the heck this instrument is, it is a very weird musical instrument.
It seems that Cyrodiilic collection is just...
I don't know how I feel about it.
Their Khajiit lockpicker just bought a round of drinks.
But it is what it is. And we're going to turn this in.
So, tell me, friend partner, was Captain Jimala impressed? Will she sell my Vosa saddles in far-off lands?
You have a deal. The captain will take 5 to start.
The sun shines on my scales. 5 Vosa saddles. I am going to need so many frogs. No worries, Biko. I will gather the little croakers myself. The next few days will be very busy, but very profitable. Speaking of profit, this is for you. Thank you.
And with that, well, first, let us see what we got in this. Bracers. Excellent. With that, though, my friends, it is sadly time for us to wrap things up for the evening, because it is that time, and sleep is not exactly a thing I technically need right now, but it is definitely getting late, and winding down after a stream is always a good thing. But thank you guys so much for coming and for hanging out with me today. This has been... I don't really know how to describe what exactly we have been through today, to be quite honest. Some of it has been a bit odd, but I'm not complaining. It has been a fun time, I think. And I'm looking forward to coming back and poking at this later. Many hearts to you as well, Chibi. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. If you guys are new around here, though, and you enjoyed what you saw, there is a heart-shaped button up that way. And you can turn notifications on to find out when we will be live next. Next stream is going to be Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern, where we will be picking up again with Stardew Valley. Continuing through the winter months and going into probably spring. I know we're not close enough to spring yet, but it will be interesting to see what exactly is going to happen in the months to come. And I hope you guys will come and join me for that as well, because I'm enjoying Stardew. And I hope you guys are enjoying, hanging out while I play. I will be in the Discord after the stream has wrapped, so if you're not already part of our Discord and you'd like to be, there are links in the panels down below, but also there can be a link in the Twitch chat. Please feel free to come and join us. We do not bite, I do promise. Many, many hearts for you all. Well, most of us don't bite. Antu may, but such is Antu. Again, thank you all so much for coming. Many hearts. I will be in the Discord, so please feel free to stop by and come join us. But for now, I'm going to sign off. You guys have a good evening. Have a good weekend. I'll see you all again on Sunday. Bye, guys. Have a good night.